The stage is set for extradition of Tawahur Rana, the Canadian national who allegedly conspired along with David Coleman Headley to carry out the Mumbai 26/11 attack. Sources tell CNN News 18 that all documentation, all formalities, including the surrender warrant, have been completed. The surrender warrant has been executed and Tawahur Rana could land in India shortly. What we have been told by sources is that Tawahur Rana, once he lands, could be formally taken into custody by the National Investigation Agency. He will then be produced in the Patiala House Court, which houses the special NIA court. NIA is likely to seek custodial interrogation, and the Tihar jail authorities have also been given the green signal to spruce up their security in the cell. What sources tell us is that American authorities have asked for specific assurance, and it has been given by India, about safety and security of Tawahur Rana, about his legal aid and the security inside jail. This because Rana, in his plea to the Supreme Court of United States, had said that because he practices the Muslim faith, he's a Muslim, he could be targeted, he feared custodial interrogation. So those assurances have been given. We're told that a multi-agency team is in United States negotiating with the officials there, and this multi-agency team will ultimately escort Rana to India, most likely to Delhi. So what is it that NIA wants Rana to answer? 2-3 important points. One, NIA has established in its probe so far that David Coleman Headley, who came to India 6 times to carry out recce and to carry out videography of various locations, including Chabad House, including Nariman Point in Mumbai, various other locations. He also travelled to Delhi and recceed and videographed the National Defence College. He also travelled to Jaipur. So we are told, and this is what NIA found in its investigation, that the visa documents of David Coleman Headley showed that he was coming in to support Rana's Immigration Law Center office in Mumbai. It was a fake document that Rana had provided. NIA suspects Rana's role is not limited to just providing this fake document, that he was actively involved, that he was a member of Huji, Harkatul Jihad al-Islami and Lashkar-e-Toiba. He was part of this plan from the start. NIA also suspect that Rana actually travelled to India a week before the 26/11 attack happened. Between the 30th and the 20th of November 2008, Rana was in various parts of India, including Hapur in Uttar Pradesh, which is very close to the national capital. NIA would want him to answer why he was in India at that point of time. Was it just on tourism purpose because he was traveling with his wife, or was this part of another grand conspiracy? NIA will also heavily rely on the emails, call records and technical evidence that it has picked up, which shows that Rana and Headley were in regular communication with ISI and with former Pakistani army officers who were part of this conspiracy. So the ball is now in the court of the special NIA court. Once the custody is granted to NIA, the clock starts ticking. NIA is quite confident that it will manage to secure a conviction for Tawahur Hussain Rana. After Ajmal Kasab, this will be the second big ticket investigation that NIA will proceed with, the second major accused who could be brought to justice in the Mumbai 26/11 case.